I guess digital asset management days are dead. Welcome to brand experience models. The old world of brand books, style guides, and scattered assets across channels is crumbling under its own complexity, and in its place, generative experience management. This isn't just a new term, it's a fundamental shift. AI models deliver brand experience across all channels. Think of it as your brand's operating system. The AI model understands your core identity, values, and voice, powering experiences that build genuine connection with your audience. This is generative brand management, and it's not just evolution, it's that corny word revolution.
Separately, I think it's also by embracing generative AI. We're working on AI agents for automating media buying and helping businesses be even more agile when it comes to launching and optimizing creative content. Because the current time turnaround times, where there's you want to probably reduce the humans in the loop so that the AI agents can be more agile and run 24/7 to take into account real-time signals in the market and generate new content and also stay up to date in terms of what's trending and really like real-time data about that target audience. And so embracing AI agents probably will give you a competitive advantage as well, because your brand can be more nimble and more agile, and more effective in terms of developing a personal relationship with consumers. And so I think it's really those two things. I think, kind of the old school brand building is very important. I think you continue need to build a brand, but at the same time, really aggressively integrating Gen AI and AI agents into your workflow so you can be even more agile in terms of reacting to changes in the market and developing a more personal, intimate relationship with your customers.
I'd love your feedback on this. If I'm reading correctly, that you're working with AI agents, it goes around the object. In your case, the ad is the object, and the intelligence around that ad in comparison to the other ads gives us suggestions to go forward, rather than the old model, which was the intelligence was built around the user, the human, and their automation tasks, which is fine. But in the end, they still had to get it from the data. So it's become very object ad driven and less relying on the human to do the organizing and the reporting. It sort of automates that element. Is that sort of hinting at what you're seeing with agents?
Absolutely. I mean, think about the inefficiencies of our organization today when it comes to creative, especially if you're a larger company. You tend to have a marketing department and a creative department, and those two departments don't necessarily aren't necessarily speaking the same language. The marketing team tends to be more involved in data, the creative team tends to be more involved in stories and the big idea. And the creative team doesn't have a lot of data regarding what types of stories are resonating. It's not necessarily something that they're trained in. It's not like most designers are trained to be data scientists or understand statistics, things like this. At the same time, a marketer is not a trained designer and does not understand brand building, does not understand aesthetics, does not really understand the realm of stories and building things that stories that resonate with people. And so the organizationally you have these kind of hierarchies of people, right? You have a manager managing potentially other managers, managing people doing the work, and then you have the cross function messaging. And no wonder that advertising, it is actually a wonder today that advertising is pretty effective, right? Because if you think of like the layers that need to happen and all the mistakes that can happen in every row of communication between these different teams, different levels within those teams, it is truly a wonder that advertising, that it is as effective as it is today. And I think there's one reason why people are kind of upset at ads, because ads, sometimes don't produce the best content, partly because it's kind of created in this somewhat of a highly complicated structure with lots of people in the loop. In the future, I think an AI system will be way more efficient, right? An AI system will in real time incorporate data from marketing into the generation process, and you won't have to have cross team communication and layers of people communicating with each other to execute an idea. It'd be in real time, and there'll be less context lost between that turnaround cycle. It'll be done faster, it'll be done cheaper, it'll be done more effectively. The content will be more personalized, and so ultimately, I think that system will win out. An AI system um, that orchestrates all this will win out. I think there's two schools of thoughts when it comes to AI, right? There's the Copilot school of thought, and then there's kind of the autopilot school of thought. the full self-driving school of thought.
Yeah.
And I think right now we're kind of still in the kind of Copilot state where there's very much a human in the loop, and I think that's fair because
Yeah.
the AI isn't good enough yet to really be full self-driving. But you're really starting to see elements of full self-driving AI being more effective.